All right, I don't know what those strange gifts are, but please show them to us once you open them. Did I finish answering that question? Okay, good. Hi.
Hi. I wanted to ask, do you still bicycle tour or do you just bike?
You know, I can't believe you would mock bicycle touring like that. Bicycle touring is one of the most important sports in the world. This is a form of bicycle touring. It doesn't. I'm not going to do that anymore. So, I was just visiting in London with my oldest friend, Darius. And Darius, I helped him out a little bit on making his first documentary. And we have been close friends since we were 12. And we went on some very, very long bike trips with each other when we were quite young that were amazing. And because we're now old men, we thought it might rejuvenate us to go on a bicycle touring trip again, to rekindle our youth. So 6 years ago, we went on this bike trip, and we were riding, and we'd ridden we have our tents on the back of a bike, and we're riding around the Olympic Peninsula, which is in Washington State on the west coast of the U.S. And we were riding, and we had ridden a long ways. We had ridden about 70 miles that day. And we went to a grocery store and we decided we wanted to buy some fish, to grill a fish at our campfire that night. And we went into this, have I told this story before?
No.
So we went into a grocery store and it was just the worst grocery store you'd ever, there was nothing but the most sort of disgusting, frozen, then thawed, then frozen again, fish sticks. There was no good fish. And here we are, right on the coast of Washington, where there's amazing fish just right there. And so we asked a woman who was standing there, we said, do you know where we could get any fresh fish? And she said, I'm sorry, there's nowhere. We were in this small little town. We were actually in Forks, Washington, which is where Twilight took place. And she said, no, there's actually nowhere you can get fresh fish here. And we were like, we so wanted that. So we walked away, and then she tapped me on the shoulder and she said, it's just so weird that you asked me that, because I have some fresh salmon that was caught today in my car right now, and I feel like I should just give it to you. And we were like, are you sure? And she said, yeah, someone gave it to me, and the fact that you asked me for fresh fish, I think it means I'm supposed to give it to you. And so she gave us this amazing fillet that was this long of beautiful, fresh sockeye salmon. And we tied it onto the back of our bikes, and we rode on. And we rode down this little country road, and it was getting to be evening, and nobody had passed us for a long time. And we were climbing and climbing and climbing. We came to the top of a mountain, and we... What?
Yeah,
Danielle, we need like a medic or something. There's a girl here on the floor. Is she? Yeah. I knew that story was boring. I didn't realize. And she's getting some attention right now, and I think she just fainted. There apparently are a lot of doctors and nurses in the audience, so that's good. I don't know what to do right now, so I think I'm going to... I'm staying here? I'm gonna leave. Okay, I'll finish the story and then... Right? Okay. So, I'm gonna finish the story just because I think she probably doesn't want any additional attention right now. So this is a strange thing to do. How's she doing? Report from the wings. She's okay? Okay. I'm not, I just broke into a sweat. So, that's actually a good idea. That's right. The jacket, impeccable timing. Really good. So we rode for many miles down this very, very quiet country road. There were no cars at all. And we were climbing and climbing up a hill for miles. And we got to the top of a mountain and we started down the hill. And we looked at each other and we're very competitive with one another. We had these bags on the side of our bikes. We looked at each other and we kind of nodded like, let's race. And so we started racing down the hill. And it was a very, very steep hill. And we were going as fast as I have ever gone on a bike. And we forgot to... Here, Danielle, take your microphone away from... Do you have a microphone on you, Danielle? Yes, okay. We started going down so fast, and we were right next to each other, and we forgot to take into account that we had bags next on our bikes, and our bags hit each other. And we looked at each other as we started to crash, and I said, I'm so sorry. And then we went down, and we were probably going 50 miles an hour. We were going really, really fast. And I remember just falling so fast and rolling and rolling and rolling and thinking to myself, I'm still alive, but expecting not to be thinking that at any point. Like, we were really going that fast. And finally I stopped and I was still alive, and I kind of checked my body, and I definitely felt like I was in pain, but I could stand up, and I saw my friend, and he was about 50 feet away from me on the side of the road lying in a ditch, and he was covered in blood, and I yelled out his name. I was like, Darius! And he didn't respond. And I thought he was dead. And I ran over to him. Oh, such an emotional story. Ran over to him, and he was unconscious, and he finally woke up, and he said, Misha, where are we? What are we doing? He had really bad amnesia and a really serious concussion. And long story short, this guy pulls up in a car, and which we were grateful for. We were there for maybe 5 minutes before a car came by, and it had been a long time before a car came by. And he had just gone to Costco to buy toilet paper and stuff like that, and his car was full of toilet paper. And my friend's face was really messed up. And there was he was covered in blood. And we said, can you get us to a hospital? And he said, I'm sorry, there's no room. And he drove on. And we didn't even have time to respond. Like, he's driving on. It was unthinkable. And then finally another truck came and he took us to the hospital, and we spent the night in the hospital. And we were both eventually okay, although he was kind of messed up for about a year. And we lost that fish. And this is actually not a joke, but for him and me, that represented a really big thing, which was, we've been given like this amazing gift this amazing thing fell in our laps, and we fucked it up because we were reckless with the gifts that we've been given. So it was a really important lesson for both of us to really appreciate and take care of the things that come to us by miracle in life, and not to take anything for granted. That was not the story you were expecting to get. And it was boring enough to make somebody pass out. How's she doing over there? Oh, I see you now. I see your face. No, actually, don't apologize. Are you feeling okay? A little not okay. Yeah. Is there anything we can do for you? Fine. Okay, don't be embarrassed. We all faint in front of thousands of people from time to time. Or feel it. Okay. Oh, what? Okay, so the truth is, she was just trying to cut the line to ask her question. What's your question?
Last random act of kindness.
What was my last random act of kindness? I don't know, that's a good question. One a week? Yeah. No, and you're not allowed to apologize. Remember our agreement. Yes. I don't know. I bought a man dinner about 10 days ago. It's been too long. I should do something. Thank you for the reminder. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yes, because I think we are not going to make things better for anyone.
We have some slightly bad news to deliver to you guys.
Yes.
Unfortunately, our dear friend Jared is really sick, and
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
Today should have arrived
Yeah.
today, this morning, but instead of arriving, I got a text. It was
And
11:45.
he wanted to get on a plane
Yes.
and come here, but he's not well. And Jensen said, look man, you have to take care of yourself. Don't push through. We will all understand. He felt incredibly bad, especially because he's had difficulty already here in Rome. But all of us are just, I mean, honestly, I don't know how Jared and Jensen aren't sick all the time. Those guys work so many hours and so hard, and then keep coming and doing these things. So he definitely needs to rest up, and we're gonna miss him, but we're gonna have an amazing weekend anyway, and we'll all send him our love.
As you can imagine, we are all very sad about this, and we are worried about him, but there's nothing we can do. We have already taken care of everything. There is going to be a new program in the registration desk. You're going to get one, and there are going to be all instructions for refund, changes for photo ops, autographs, and everything. Well, those of you who were here 2 years ago know how it's going to happen, because it happened already. So we are going to stay open. The registration desk is going to be open until midnight, so we can give you all the changes you need. The first people that can come and change everything are angel passes, so you can go to the cocktail party today. And I think that, I don't know if you have some question, I'm going to answer how we are going to take care of
So they can swap
yes, you
Jared photos for photos with
Yes.
other people.
Double photo op with Jensen and Jared becomes Jensen single, and you can choose one double photo op or two single photo op with the other guys. Jared and Misha become Misha photo op, and you can get one double or two single with the other one else. Also, the trio photo op becomes him, Jensen, Richard, and Rob, and I think autograph you can switch them with his or Jensen. what I forgot, meet and greet you can choose, those of you who have meet and greet can choose other meet and greets, other photo ops, or you can ask for Jensen's meet and greet because he said it's fine to have more people in there. I think that's pretty much the same, and if you have a single photo op with Jared, you can decide to ask for a refund. We are going to send it back by bank transfer as we did in the past. Or you can choose other photo ops, single or double photo ops, so it's up to you what you want to do. You can go to the registration desk at 6, because before I'm sorry that we couldn't say anything before now, because it would have been impossible for us to move things at the registration desk, so we at least until 6, because we had to redo the program, we had to take care of the changes in the schedule. And so we've done this. Hopefully we can manage to stick to the program, the new one, and things will go smoothly. I hope there are no more accidents, because I think I've had my
Let me say something. Daniela and the whole team works all year long for this Jibcon. So please, we stay with her and with the whole team, and we can say that we are going to have a great weekend. Anna, come on, come on. They know your job. They know who you are. They know. Thank you guys. You all love me. See you later, Misha.
Bye.
Put your hands together for Misha Collins, please.